What is meditation? There are a lot of misunderstandings and myths related to meditation in the common public. First, I will address those myths. Then, I will move on to dissecting and analyzing what actually meditation is, coming from great meditation masters like Mingyur Rinpoche itself. So, one of the myths about meditation is that meditation is like you have to concentrate a lot while you are meditating. So this is a myth. There is concentration involved, but meditation is not about concentrating. The second myth is that we meditate to get joy, get bliss, and get peace or get calm. So this also is a big myth. Meditation is not carried out for any of these purposes. The purpose of meditating is not to be joyful or be calm. It's true that by meditating you become peaceful, you become calm, and you become joyful and maybe blissful, but these are, you can call, the effects of meditation. This is not the aim of meditation. Apart from this, there is another myth that meditation is a one-off thing, or it's if you meditate a lot, then you at one time then you will gain benefits. This is another of the myths. Meditation is a very slow process. You have to do meditation over the years. You have to continuously keep doing it, and it's not like a one-hit wonder sort of a thing that you can do it one time and you will get results automatically. Then another myth related to meditation is that while you are meditating, you have to be at peace, you have to be totally calm, and while you are meditating you have to be peaceful necessarily. So this is another one of the really common myths, and you could be really agitated while meditating, and it's not necessary that a meditation experience is always going to be peaceful. You are going to be always calm while meditating. Then another myth is that people worry that they will get addicted to meditation. A lot of people ask this, will I get addicted to meditating? So this is another one of the biggest myths which are prevalent in common people about meditation. Meditation is not addictive. You don't get addicted to meditation. It's really good that you should meditate a lot, and you should meditate every day. You should try to meditate every day, but meditation is not addictive and you won't get addicted to meditation. Then another myth is that meditators wanna be aloof from the world, that meditators, they get isolated from the world, and meditators, they don't care about anyone else, and meditation is a selfish act. So this is another really common trope and myth which is circulated among the public and the detractors of meditation, which is a lot of is not true. It's true that meditation is a solo activity, and it's an activity which you have to go internal rather than external in the world. But at the same time, the purpose of meditation is to become a good person. The purpose of meditation is ultimately to help others, and you change the world through meditation by changing yourself, because that's the only way we can impact and change the world, by changing ourselves, because we are the world ultimately. So this is one of the common myths. And then some people think that meditation is easy. It's like, a lot of people think meditation is about closing your eyes and sitting down, and so actually there are a lot of techniques to meditate, and these techniques you have to learn from an appropriate meditation teacher who has at least put in 1000 hours of meditation, which is not a mean feat. and meditation is actually not so easy. Naval Ravikant, a famous entrepreneur, has said if meditation was easy, everyone would be doing it all the time. So, meditation is not hard either, it is a very simple thing, but a simple thing doesn't mean that it's also an easy thing. So, meditation is a lot about muscle memory. You have to get trained to sit, and it's a lot about sitting. You have to sit and you have to observe. It's about observing, it's about being aware. So these are the key parts of meditation. Now I will move on to dissecting and analyzing what meditation is. So coming from realized meditation masters that I have met in my life and I had the honor to learn from, according to them, meditation is about awareness. Meditation is about being aware. It's about being in the present moment. It's about knowing whatever is occurring without any judgment, without any reactions. So there is a famous example about how one should meditate. According to the old texts, one should meditate like a spy who is going to a new city. So you just notice everything, you just observe everything, and you observe and you leave it at that. You don't draw conclusions, you don't react, you don't look at where things are coming from, you just know. So this quality of knowing is called awareness. The Buddhist people believe that we have a quality of awareness which is with all us, which is with all of us all the time. So we always have this awareness present around us, and we can tap into this resource by being aware, by knowing, and by observing what's happening. So now I will briefly touch upon what all types of meditation there are. There is literally hundreds of types of meditation, and many of them are listed in ancient texts. But briefly, there is sound meditation, which pertains to sound, being aware of sound. Then there is visual meditation, which appears to seeing visual phenomena, seeing them with your eyes. It is also called Tratak in Sanskrit. Then there is breath meditation, being aware of one's breath as it goes in and out. So this type of meditation is called Anapana. It can be traced back to Buddha. Then there is open awareness meditation. So this is a very important type of meditation which is without having a particular focus. On the other hand, there are meditations, the meditations I discussed before open awareness, all of them had a particular focus, such as sound or sight or breath. So these are called shamatha in Sanskrit, and these are sort of the beginner meditation from which you start. Other examples of shamatha include sound, sight, and also smell. So you can also meditate on smell. Then taste meditation, you can meditate with taste. And then there is mantra meditation as well. So mantra meditation is meditating with the help of a mantra. A mantra is a phrase of words, and usually they are in Sanskrit or other languages. So these words, they are associated normally with some deity, and they are meant to be repeated to reach a meditative state. Transcendental meditation, or TM, something which is really popular in the West, is also a form of mantra meditation. A lot of celebrities like David Lynch have recently popularized TM a lot. Then apart from this, there is Vipassana or Vipassana. Vipassana is insight meditation. So apart from Vipassana, there is analytical meditation, in which you ask a lot of questions. And then there is Zazen or Zen meditation. So as you can see, meditation is really varied, and there is a lot of type of meditative tools available to a lot of people, using which a lot of people can benefit in their lives.